Hold on, now I'm curious. You may be a Syrian starseed. Bitch, I'm a star. I'm serious. Walk away. They wanted somebody to walk away from you. And the funny thing is, I was just talking about Sirius as well as past life in Egypt, which they may know that this past life fated connection is coming into play, as well as this generational wealth. Why all this work against a romantic dynamic? Maybe this person is a star, but they're definitely seeing you as a star. Not only a star seed, a divinely protected being, but as somebody who's fated for recognition. Princess of Pentacles. It's like you're an heir. 10 of Pentacles. It's like you're receiving, it's like you receiving one thing it's like, oh, I was going to say you receiving one thing, you'd start to receive like it all. But this is basically the way the divine explained it to me, is it's like every generational curse you've broken, these individuals were trying to block you from breaking. And one of these generational curses is unconditional love. While these individuals attempted to infiltrate the abundance you have unlocked, trying to tie you back into poverty, which means these individuals are experiencing poverty. I feel like there is a sister. This could be somebody with feminine energy that's physically a male. This could also be somebody that's transitioning in your karmic familial unit or connected to your karmic familial unit that was an op they never thought that you would see. Because I'm getting an individual that they felt like they were cloaking themselves in the spirit, but they're connected to you somehow. And they keep coming up as this in-between energy. I don't think they really... This is a very weird energy. It's very confusing. Either they're confused about their sexual orientation, or this is an individual that is transitioning or has transitioned, but sits in a very karmic energy in both masculine and feminine. So this individual will come out as a masculine, but will also come out as a feminine during divination but their karmic energy. This is very, very weird energy to pinpoint. Or this is somebody, confused about their sexual orientation, that comes out as both a karmic feminine and a karmic masculine. And this could be somebody in your karmic familial unit, or this is like an ex, or somebody connected to an ex that knows you have this recognition fated. And they don't understand why it wasn't King of Pentacles, why it wasn't them. They could have Capricorn in their chart going through an ending because they missed this opportunity. I don't like this energy. This definitely does not tie in to the YouTube reading I just did. And again, the YouTube reading was a little bit of like, the energy was kind of wild because I was picking up on a very recent quantum leap. And I feel like if you resonate with that reading over on YouTube, this quantum leap caused a lot of disruption for these individuals. A lot of upheavals. We talked about it over on YouTube, where you moving timelines and higher vibrational, high frequency timelines was bringing things out of the dark for individuals. And they kept trying to touch on your light, and it further kept exposing them and bringing towers down upon them with how they hit this encrypted divine firewall set between you, the timeline you had just left, and the timeline that you were in. Seems like individuals just hit that firewall. And for some of you, it was a whole karmic familial unit that hit that firewall, that encrypted divine energy, and they hit it hard. Because they thought their life was suffering before. Contemplation. Something is weird about this energy. They thought they had hit it hard before. They thought they were suffering before. This suffering just amplified. But what's weird about this energy is, it's probably because you're in an entirely new timeline. I don't know if you're married or if you're with your person right now, but if you're not, you're about to be. Like, there's a connection coming through here. Somebody felt like you had missed an opportunity with an unconditionally loving partnership, but this individual is being cloaked. This connection is being cloaked. Judgment. So I knew I felt heavy on the Leo. Again, heavy on the Leo with the sun. Judgment. These individuals, they thought they were in suffering before. This is strong judgment. With mass exposure. They're not sleeping and holding anxiety because they, like I said, you're in this connection. Either you're in this or you're about to be, or this person is watching you. And there is an offer coming through that I don't think you expected, but it's because you're not looking for it. You knew it was going to come through, but there's a lot of fogging that was being directed at this person to keep them from you. As well as some type of position of recognition. They wanted to keep you oppressed from a position of recognition. Something, 9 of Cups here, it's something about you being fated to be seen. You do something, you have a, well, of course you do something, you have a talent that is meant to be recognized, but it's like, I don't think you expected how much recognition you'd get for this talent, for this God-given gift. And whatever timeline, I'm hearing the timeline of fame, whatever timeline you just moved into, this is mass recognition that comes with this timeline, or a lot of abundance. Like, you're in 9 of Cups energy, wish fulfillment. So with this timeline you've moved into, it has freed up, I can't even say freed up a lot for you. You fought for this. This was multiple timelines you were moving through, and multiple things being returned through the timelines you were moving through to get to this point. But I feel like you may feel like you still need to do things. You still need to move timelines. You still, like there's a missing piece, missing ingredients. Like, I feel like you're trying to seek out what understanding from the divine you need, because you're like, okay, why aren't things like moving forward? Why do things feel like slightly stagnant? Like, what, is there something I'm missing? Is there something I need to do? But you're right where you need to be. That's why this energy is like so interesting, because to your physical eyes, it looks like nothing is happening. Nothing beyond your normal routine. Exactly. It is too calm. Like, I feel like if this reading is for you, you're sitting here and you're really trying to tap into your intuition. Like, am I supposed to be sensing something? What is going on here? Am I supposed to be doing something? Am I supposed to be reading up on something? Am I supposed to be taking action? But it's like, no. The action necessary was in the spirit, the ethers, this, whatever most recent quantum leap you did, it moved you into a position to where things are now rolling through, where these individuals have been blinded to. They can't see what's about to happen because, like, you haven't been given that information. You even bought more books, Lynette? Same. I was even talking to my guides last night, where I'm like, okay, so I just quantum leaped. I just shifted. What do I need to do now? Like, how do I bring this and this to alignment? Like, what am I missing? And now I realize what was going on here. This is making more sense. So if you've been feeling the same, you're right where you need to be. But you're not having certain information relayed to you because of how quickly it's coming through for you. And it's like Spirit wants to blindside these individuals that keep trying to pry into you via divination. So it's like you can feel something is happening, and this is why your curiosity may have been piqued. But the divine is not giving you this information because of how it's supposed to happen. It's almost like you would block your own blessings with knowing. Especially with wisdom here and fortune. You already know that you're a very abundant soul, and you may have not known how you were going to get to this generational wealth, like this stage of generational wealth, to this dream house. Like, you didn't know how your dreams were going or your wish fulfillment was going to come to fruition, but you knew that it was. And you may have been seeking out steps in order to speed up the process, but you're already in the timeline of the process 333 in the live right now being sped up. And that makes sense why the live over on YouTube came through in the way that it did. Because there is a lot being kept from the collective as we are these celestial scientists, as we're pulling on and pulling in timelines that are, new beginning, that are inhabitable collectively, where dis-ease does not exist, where this black magic, these traps being set do not exist. So you may resonate with that live, but bear with me over there because I was getting that download in that moment in time. In the same way I did not pre-shuffle before this live, I am getting this download right now, right here. I did not sit with this. I did do a little bit of grounding before I came over here, but I'm just letting the divine lead fully. I'm trusting what energy comes through and what we need to pinpoint for this weekend. And this is what they guided me to do. And with this new beginning, you're in an entirely, they said, I was going to say an entirely new timeline. They said a higher frequency, higher vibrational timeline than the one you were in. You were in a higher timeline than the one you were in, but it's very similar to the one that you were in. It just comes with higher vibrational opportunities. So it's like a multiverse, a parallel reality you just moved into, to where you were doing the same things, but in the timeline you were in was sickness. In the timeline you were in was dis-ease. In the timeline you were in, there was still some like resentment. There was still some lower vibrational energy flowing through that. In a simultaneous timeline, in a timeline going on at the same time as this timeline, there's not the dis-ease in the timeline that you were just in. There is not the conflict in the timeline you were just in. So like things may even look slightly different. It's a very similar timeline that we just moved into, or very similar timelines that have been compressed that we've just moved into. But we left behind what was not suitable for our growth and our expansion in that timeline. And that was a timeline that individuals were attempting to infiltrate with a lot of work. So as we were in that timeline, yeah, dropping off the ops. Exactly. Laura, I'm so glad you're picking up what I'm putting down. In that timeline, we were being bombarded. And we were alchemizing that energy that we would use to propel ourselves into these other timelines. But we were leaving behind, that's the firewall, the encrypted coding we left behind, was all of the intent and attacks that we were experiencing at that time. And for many of us, if not all of us, these were attacks from the government. These were attacks from secret societies, organizations, networks, districts. These were attacks from a karmic familial unit, an ex. Like all of that was a buildup, where that is that timeline and what was manifesting in that timeline, we were guided to move out of that timeline, but leave it behind, as it was a trap set for those that would attempt to follow us, where we are energetically leading the collective into timelines that are habitable for us, where we can expand, where we can move beyond any type of limitation individuals were attempting to place on us in these previous timelines. I pray that that's making sense. For those of you it's for, it will. Where there was a lot placed on you to keep you from being seen. A lot placed on you to block your finances. A lot placed on you to cause you health issues and your baby's health issues and your fur baby's health issues. To cause you chaos, homelessness, eviction, like shit like that. That there was a massive buildup. And you were feeling it. Because I know I was like, this is a lot of energy. Even my return to sender candles were scorching the top of the candle and the flames were like this big. So I'm like, okay, this is a lot, especially after the blood moon. But there's a reason why we're alchemizing this much energy, why there feels like there's buildup. If you've ever rubbed your finger across a glass, like across a window that's been super dusty, and there's that buildup of like black dust, that's what was happening in this reality, is there was a buildup of that darkness. They were attempting to corrupt it and have this darkness consume that timeline. But what they didn't realize is we were using the energy as we were being bubbled. I'm seeing like a golden egg that we are in, where the outside of the egg is slowly getting darker and darker. Not the egg itself, but like the light that envelops the egg. And then there's the environment where the light golden enveloped egg is, where this darkness was attempting to close in on this egg, and then all of a sudden this egg is gone. And this egg is in an entirely bright new timeline to where it can hatch. It can break open. And in that dark timeline where the darkness thought it was corrupting, these individuals jump into and go, gotcha! But instead of us being in there, they can't get out. They thought they were going to move into that state where the egg had been, these dark attachments had adhered to that egg, where they could infiltrate the egg and take the light from it, take the manifestations from it. And while we were sitting in hermit mode, they felt like we were surrendering. They felt like because they weren't getting overwhelmed and they felt like they were overwhelming us, that it was only a matter of time before that egg would be crushed and they would get everything inside. Only for them to jump into that timeline or move into that timeline and realize they were the ones entrapped in that darkness. That's what happened. That's the coding to where they can't get out without the light code signature that you have. So it seems like these are individuals that kept trying to destiny swap. And it's only, you were the only one suited to be able to transport that egg. To leap that egg. To leap this new beginning, what was necessary from that timeline, into a new one. Where they don't have the capabilities. Like, if they... It's hard to... I hope y'all are visualizing it in the way that they're showing me, because it's hard to explain this. What comes with your destiny? They want it. But what it took for you to open up the door to destiny, they were not prepared for. So all of these individuals wanted what is meant to be yours, but they weren't prepared to go to war in the way that you had to receive it. So the darkness that you were able to move out of, what appeared to be effortlessly, was darkness that these individuals don't have the coding to manipulate themselves out of, which is why their judgment is so harsh, because they wanted your destiny, but it came with severe suffering. You suffered. You went through multiple deaths and rebirths. You went through multiple shedding of the skin to move into higher vibrational timelines, and these individuals are not suited for that. It's almost, there was a scene I posted on my Instagram stories where I think it's the Scarlet Witch, and there's another individual trying to steal her power, and then she starts to get burned up, and she tries to snatch her hand back, and the Scarlet Witch grabs her hand and puts it back to her neck and goes, "You want this power? You're gonna feel it." And her power starts to burn through her entirely. And I haven't seen that movie, but that was a scene that popped up where I knew that my guides had showed me that for a reason. These individuals didn't realize what they were attempting to take from you would burn through their reality. That the amount of suffering you have gone through. They didn't understand the amount, they understand it now. The amount of pain it took to be where you're at today. Everything they laughed at, everything they mocked, now that they're experiencing, they're praying to make it stop. In the way that you had to move through sickness and jinns and demons, like things consistently tearing at your vessel, tearing at your soul. The things that you had to fight, these individuals are praying to make it stop. They're praying, like some of these individuals have cancer. You had to alchemize that. You had to go through that. Some of these individuals are going through evictions and homelessness where you were outside, you were homeless, you had nothing. You had to bear the cold. You had to bear the heat. They're now experiencing this suffering. And they wanted your destiny. They wanted stardom. They wanted fame, fortune, unconditional love. They didn't realize how many heartbreaks, how heartbreaking and brutal these betrayals from these lovers were. How much heartache you went through in order to be able to unconditionally love and be in an unconditionally loving union. And now these individuals are having people they wanted to hold on to leave their reality, and they're experiencing that heartbreak going, "Oh my God, make it stop." Where you bared the brunt of that. There were days you were so heartbroken you couldn't eat, you couldn't sleep, but you still got up and did your job. You still attempted to take care of yourself, your babies. Where that heartbreak was breaking you down and eating through you. There were days you were so sick that you couldn't keep your eyes open. You couldn't stand on your feet for too long because of all the death magic that was being directed your way. You having to alchemize it, but you still managed to get up and get your work done. You still had to drag your ass to work. You still had to get up and make sure your babies were fed. All of these things that these individuals heavily underestimated. Not realizing how sick you were. Not realizing how heartbroken you were. Not realizing the war you were fighting while you were still maintaining in the physical. And now they're going through it going, "Oh my God, make it stop." And it won't stop. They wanted your destiny so bad. They've got to make it through this. Exactly, with a smile. One of the things that really hit me hard was in Hero Academia, which I don't know if you guys watch anime, but All Might, where his fucking vessel is decaying, but he's still got to put on this bravado, and he's like, no matter how afraid I am, I always wear a smile to show the world that it's okay. There were so many days, so many months, so many years you had to brave through everything with a smile on your face to show others, if I'm making it through this, you can too. Elevating others, not trying to hurt others in the way that you were hurt. No matter how broken you were feeling inside, you still built others up. And these individuals, they didn't get the full picture, but they are now. You never broke. You may have bent, but you never broke. And through this process, you learned the power that you hold and what you're able to do and what timelines you're able to move into. We talked about this over on YouTube, where Joe Dispenza, if you've looked into Joe Dispenza, he broke his back, his spine. He was never supposed to be able to walk again. But he believed in his mind, I am going to walk out of this hospital by Christmas. He kept affirming it to himself. And by Christmas, he was walking out of the hospital. Now, the thing that he didn't really go into, that you can read about, because he goes into different timelines and your electromagnetic field and what timelines you can align to in this book, it's Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. He didn't just use the power of his mind to heal his spine. He energetically quantum leaped. He leaped his energy into a timeline where he was already healed. And his vessel had no other choice but to catch up. Every time these individuals tried to cage you in with something, some energetic work they were directing your way, you, with the co-creative abilities that you received from the Most High, would shift into a timeline to where that did not exist. You've been doing this for a very long time, and it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of focus and understanding, as well as trust. And your environment, your reality has been catching up to the timeline you've moved into. The name of the book is Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. These individuals now realize how supernaturally protected you are and how supernaturally, I wanted to say magical, but the divine corrected me and said how supernaturally divine you are. A true angel. Archangels and angels can move throughout the dimensions. Multi-dimensional beings. This is what you are. And this is why you can pull in the timelines you can, not just for yourself, but for the collective. And this is why these individuals have been left with so much darkness, because they do not have the capabilities you have earned and unlocked through your trials and tribulations. Because it took all of this pain, all of this trauma, all of this turbulence to unlock these gifts. Like I said, they wanted your destiny. They didn't know what came with it. Why these doors to your destiny even unlocked and opened. Some of us actually died and came back because of the brutality we faced. We were given the choice to come back, but we knew we weren't done. They didn't anticipate the type of suffering that came with your activations, your abilities, your advancement, your ascension. And this is why this is your destiny. This is why nobody can take your destiny. Because nobody can survive the trials and tribulations you did to walk in your destiny. And I said what I said, harvest, right there, fertility. Anybody that attempts to harvest your fertility ends up barren. Whether it's fertility for manifestations or fertility to conceive, they end up barren. Because it's too bright. And they said it holds too much golden light and it holds too much might. Your fertility comes with a price. Your energy comes with a price. Anybody that attempts to siphon it, it blows up in the worst way. In the worst way. Because you are an infinitely powerful being. Somebody that attempts to use your energy for their manifestations, these manifestations go wrong. It's almost like asking a genie to grant you 3 wishes. Except that jinn energy is a trickster. And I'm not saying your energy is that you're a trickster. But what I'm saying is your energy in the wrong hands goes horribly wrong for the individuals that tried to take it. Because it's volatile. It will not adhere. It always returns to its origin. And with the return to its origin, it's only made for you. Exactly. It is your ethereal DNA specific coding. And when it is stripped from these individuals, it leaves them far more desolate. There's a fiending for that light. There's a fiending for the feeling of your energy. And it leaves these individuals erratic, obsessive, lost. Exactly, stricken. It just amplifies soul sickness. Because that feeling they once had with your energy, they don't, and they can't find it anywhere else. It leaves them with this void, this darkness that will never be filled. Because it was never meant for them to have. It was never meant for them to experience. It's like these individuals get a taste of divinity and then lose their minds. Because they can never find that divinity outside themselves. I pray that that's making sense, because with the way that the divine is making me feel is these individuals are addicts to your energy. And everything that it had manifested in their reality. And the numbness, the bleakness that they felt when it wasn't there anymore. When they could no longer get access to it. And everything they had manifested upon it, stripped, depleted. But in the worst way, like a tornado blew through their life. Leaving them with nothing but this feeling. Which has sent quite a few of these individuals over the edge. Protected. A love that's protected. A union, connection, and stability, wish fulfillment that's protected. This was only meant for your energetic signature. You have a very specific, just like we have unique thumbprints. This is your energy. And the more that you pull in this energy, the more that you shift in timelines, the more intricate this energetic signature gets, this coding gets. The more lives it impacts for the better, but the more unique it becomes. And it's already very unique. It's like it's mutating. But it's mutating based on your ascension. Based on your spirit build. Wow. This got deep. 3 of Pentacles. That's why. You had a lot of individuals, organizations, societies, government officials, CIA, feds, weirdo scientist individuals that were trying to study your coding, your essence. They wanted to clone it. These are individuals that wanted to be able to mimic this, and they can't. Not only is it extremely unique, but once they feel like they have this coding pegged, it mutates. You consistently mutate within this divine progression, as well as the way that you are shifting this realm. The mutations that this planet is going through. Exactly. Evolving. So they can't ever pin down 10 of Cups. They can't ever pin down your energetic signature. They can't clone it. They can't copy it. They can't siphon it. And you've got a lot of individuals intrigued with what you are, multi-dimensional. What you are capable of in this realm and what is being presented before you now. You got a karmic familial unit that worked with an organization of some sort to direct this lower vibrational work towards you, and it was meant to be powerful. But you were far more powerful than what was directed your way. This was necessary for the type of timeline you would be moved into, but they didn't expect this magic to blow back on them in this way where this coding they can't get out of. Exactly, it only upgraded you and activated you. You are a star, Sirius. Thoth energy, Magic and wisdom. Ancient ethereal DNA activations. This was necessary for what multi-dimensional energy you were meant to pull into this realm. Higher frequency, higher vibrational timelines. While these individuals, the blowback is something that they can escape. They can't pay to get out of. They can't pay to get whatever they manifested or conjured off of them. This is why they are sick and disappointed. Because this is eating through them. This is an encryption they don't have the antivirus for. But you did. Disappointed and sick. Damn. I don't think they like this type of download in their system. Watching you, heartbroken. We got a third party here. I said we were going to talk about this individual over here when I was on YouTube. This small fry. Because we just moved from the... Exactly. We are the cure. We are the antidote. This small fry. We just moved from a karmic familial unit to this third party that was really paying a pretty penny to keep somebody bound to them. And to keep you from being seen as a counterpart. Somebody wanted to skew somebody else's perception of you by projecting. This individual has been neurotically and obsessively watching you to see if whatever they had done had an effect on you while checking up on this masculine energy, or it could be a feminine if you're a masculine in here, to see if they were gaining an enhanced attraction towards them. And the reason this is relevant is this individual wanted to move like you, wanted to be like you, was desperately attempting to siphon your energy and fertility to appear to be appealing to a masculine or a feminine. And this backfired upon this individual to where somebody is now disgusted with this person. They find this individual to be an irritant, while this individual keeps watching you and is very attracted to you. Some of you have a counterpart that's coming through because with this shift, or with these shifts that you are doing, and with the timelines you're pulling in, somebody's keeping up with you. Exactly. They see their true colors. The higher in vibration somebody else gets, the lower vibrational beings become unappealing, is what I will say. Crispy derelict ducks. Exactly. And I know y'all see it. When you're a high vibrational being and a low vibrational being tries to come towards you, you can smell it, you on them, you can see it, you can feel it. You're just not attracted. You're just like, brother, I don't mean to be rude, but no. Absolutely not. Especially with the allure that you're emanating, with the light that is surrounding you and the light that is emanating from within you. You could smell a low vibrational being, especially one that dives into darker arts. You can smell an individual that dives into darker arts, and you can't tell me you can't. I know y'all have smelled that smelly smell that smells of an individual. This is why we call them musky muskrats. Musky moon magic throwing muskrats. When somebody is doing black magic, you can smell it. It makes your stomach turn. Like you're like, What's going on? What's wrong? It does. It smells sour. I think the worst one I ever smelled was like a decaying body. That's the worst one I've ever smelled. That's how I knew. And no matter what this individual did, they could not get rid of the smell. This individual, like, it was the worst I had ever smelled. And I tried to be so nice about it. But it's like, I knew. And this individual had gotten all the vitamins to help their downstairs. They had purchased hundreds of dollars worth of intimate wash, like, and gone to the doctor. The doctor said nothing was wrong with them. And that's how I knew. This individual is like, I have purchased everything. Like, this seems to work for maybe a week or two, but then like this starts to happen. And I was like, and every time I'd call judgment on this individual, something would happen to him. So I'm like, bombastic criminal side eye. Because what are you doing for you to smell that bad and for shit like this to be happening to you? I later found out they were playing in graveyard magic and summoning jinns and shit. So the graveyard magic, death, that's why they smelled like death. That's why they smelled like death. You can always tell when somebody been playing in the graveyard. When somebody been playing in shit they shouldn't be playing in, because they smell like what they've been playing in. Anyways, you know what? This crispy duck might be smelling off right now. Whoever this third party is, they may be attempting to do things to get themselves to smell more enticing. But something may be happening to where the funk is not leaving. Whatever funk this may be. But whoever's around this individual that kept trying to imitate you, I feel like this is one of the backfires. I know we get a little BO. Thank you. I know we get a little BO, okay? We're not funkless, but we're not funky, okay? I know we may get a little spicy here and there, but this is extra spice. This is uncleansable spice right there. This is roasted derelict duck musky moon magic throwing muskrat spice. So I feel like this individual over here is starting to pick up on the backfires that this crispy duck is receiving because of the way that this individual has repeatedly attempted to siphon your fertility and your energy and your essence and your soul to appear appealing to this other individual. To oppress this other individual, could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, so that this individual will keep bringing ships in. But there's been a massive change. So some of you have a counterpart where this energy was seeing you as competition, who has freed themselves from a karmic contract that is absolutely losing their motherfucking medulla, bitch, because they know that this is a past life love, who is coming in to offer a cup of love. I can't make this shit up. And you don't see this shit coming, but you feel it. We got temptation. Ooh, and so does this Jezebelian energy. Looks like they may have traveled for some type of divination on you. This is somebody that wanted to appear to have an ancient soul like you do. This is not the smartest star in the sky. I don't even think let me say, this is not the brightest tool. Or this is not the brightest crayon in the box. This is not the sharpest tool in the shed. This is somebody who consistently attempted to take a divine union from you, who is also under judgment. So you got all these individuals entrapped in the trap that was set for them because of the traps they set for you. And these traps have sprung back upon them in the worst way. Because your energy is nowhere to be found. In the timeline they were projecting this on, you leaped out of and they moved into. And with what they are attempting to redirect towards you, your energy is not there. They're directing it towards a non-existent energy, which means it's bouncing back, because if you direct energy towards somebody, it's got to go somewhere. And if it's not hitting its intended target or is being returned from the intended target, it's got to go back to its origin. So it's like playing wall ball with darkness. They just hitting themselves in the face with it. At this point, looks like you definitely have a crispy duck that's upset that you are flourishing. Exactly, boomerang on a bitch. And you also, like I said, you have a love connection coming through. I just heard not even the Taurus could stop you. Destiny. So there could have been a Taurus earth element. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Practitioner that was trying to destiny swap. Ended up trapped or tried to give your destiny to a crispy duck. And they fell into the trap that was set. Pisces, I believe. I believe what? I believe I can fly. I'm sorry. ADHD moment. I believe owning. Owning. Something that some of you could have a sibling that's been fighting you. They could have Capricorn in their chart or Taurus in their chart. This sibling could be a Pisces, or this maternal or paternal figure could be a Pisces, or a Pisces left you something. But there was somebody that has been approached about something that is owed to you. I believe owning. Somebody that was fighting you to maintain ownership over something that was meant to come to you. I see Saturn return. And a return, Jupiter return of benefits and blessings. So this lets me know that there are individuals seeing possibly a Pisces get hit with karma. Individuals are seeing, and they're individuals that are like, no, I believe what this other individual, what the Galactic Golden Monkeys are saying. I believe them because of what's happening to you. I believe that they own this. I believe that whatever they've been speaking on is the truth. This is also individuals believe you because of a prophecy that has come true. You're getting benefits returned to you, but you said something. You said you're going to reap karma. Oh my God, that is so cute. I need some wings like that. And that was literally confirmation. Oh my God, that was confirmation. Thank you. Listen, you're about to soar. In this new timeline, what is meant to be a part of your experience, you're receiving. Somebody's being very nosy. So if this property inherited, whatever this is that is high vibrational, it's going to its origin, where it belongs, a high vibrational being. This is individuals attempting to mask themselves in your energy, which is why they've been desperately trying to break into it, in order to stay in alignment with this. And you recalled your energy, and you've been juking these energies by leaping timelines that they don't have access to. They can't pin you down. They can't attach something to you. And now it is time for this to be returned to its energy of origin. This was always yours. This Grand Trine blessings and Jupiter benefits. This includes a romantic dynamic, a property, I believe. Oh my God, you guys, these are so cute. I was meant to be a fae. I was meant to be a fae. And you know what? That's the second time seeing that. I got to speak on this. Some of you may be seeing the elementals or fae energies. Because earlier, I saw a little thing I thought was a bug, and I got closer to it, and I'm like, that's not a bug. That's a little fae being. That's a little fae being. And then I Googled fairies, and it was like help from the divine, their messengers. Hold on. Let me read off what they mean, because they may, if you've been seeing them or they resonate with you, this may be confirmation for you. Living in harmony with our surroundings. Hold on, that's not the... These are supernatural beings or spirits who exist somewhere between earth and heaven. They can be extremely good omens. They are energies of magic and intuition. Like humanity, fairies too are ascending, and they respect those who consciously walk a divine path. They exist at different levels of vibration and have different roles and varying levels of consciousness. Higher vibrational, higher frequency beings being let into this planet. There are many different types of nature spirits and elemental beings who occupy nature and serve Earth. One big difference between fairies and angels is that fairies are much closer to the earth plane than angels. Another big difference between angels and fairies is that angels are spiritual beings whose purpose revolve around carrying out the divine will and serving humanity, while fairies' roles, on the other hand, are largely revolved around serving, taking care of, and nurturing the earth. Not all of them are good company, but you will be able to feel the intent of the energy around you, especially if you have quantum leaped and you have shifted into a higher vibrational, higher frequency timeline, and you're seeing these beautiful fae beings. This is an indication that you have allowed in higher vibrational frequency beings, and you are now being allowed to see them with the vibration that you were on. They're equivalent to enchanted or magical beings, which means you are an enchanted magical being. Close, they are the interconnectedness. They are one of the beings that have this interconnection to earth and heaven. The higher we vibrate, the more we're going to be seeing these beings. the more we're going to be experiencing these beings. And the more you're going to find out how closely connected you are to these beings. Because quite a few of you, if not all of you, have lived a life as a fae. Oh, I love that. Look at, thank you. Thank you, Marcus. Seriously, thank you guys for sewing into me. And know that you were receiving it back infinitely in all the ways that God deems necessary for each and every expansive experience you are meant to have and that you've aligned to. And if you've been seeing them for 2 years now, these may very well be beings that are alerting you to the type of connection they have to you as family. You may have lived a lifetime as an elemental, or you are a hybrid energy, and a lot of your elemental coding is coming from those who have been assigned to guide you and to protect you and to alert you. You may be seeing a lot of fairy circles as well. I just heard totems of the spirits that acknowledge you and respect you. Totems of the spirits that acknowledge you and respect you. And it came through in a very cute voice. So you may have elemental beings making sure that you see what you need to see, and they're working with you proactively. That is very cute. And look it, even though this is an angel, with these angel wings, it's definitely giving elemental as well. So beautiful, beautiful energy. Assuring that you see all within the world that you need to see at the level you are at currently. I know a lot of elementals are also poets. They're lyricists. So you may be, let me shut my mouth on that. You just may work very well with the downloads you get from the ethers as well as the elementals on what you were put here to do. 8th house, beginning and endings. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Confirmation, because they're correcting me. I was about to say that these individuals attempted to direct you an ending, but Spirit corrected me and said no. These individuals are experiencing an ending they anticipated for you, while you're getting the beginning that they anticipated having off of your energy and demise. And it starts now. Leo, I will. Thank you. Union Kitty. So somebody may have attempted to force somebody's free will in a relationship. Could be a Leo, or Mars is Aries energy, or both, or you could be a Leo or an Aries. There's an individual that attempted to force somebody else's free will in order to maintain a connection that was extremely profitable for them. This connection made them, or you being connected to these individuals, you made them. We got a Libra out here and love. Venus energy. Venus is Libra again. We got double Libra on the board. Double justice. Double judgment. This is what comes when you play with Jeopardy. You play Jeopardy, motherfucker. Do. That's what they align to. Sorry. But some of you, you've got a Libra that's in love with you. Or this love is your justice. Unconditional love. They can't take it from you. They can't force somebody else's free will if this individual is meant to be connected to you. Basically, that's waging war on somebody and their ancestors for attempting to go up against their free will to keep them. I'm sorry, but that, just saying that out loud, I'm like, the desperation. Disgusting. I'm sorry. Ew. Return to sender on your part, and return to sender on whoever is meant to be connected to you, because this is absolutely trifling. Absolutely. Like, you gotta do 872,000 love spells, be sneaking shit in people's food and shit to get them to love you? Could never be me. Could never be me. Anyways, child. But somebody was desperately attempting to do this or use these spells to call you back in because of how their resources are being depleted. Sacrifice. Somebody wanted to sacrifice you by calling you back in. Could have been a water sign, Cancer, or Pisces, Scorpio, because they're going through an ending. And it looks like somebody in connection to you that's breaking out of a cycle who was meant to be connected to you was having this done in order to keep them in this cycle with this individual. So they would continue to network with who this individual is close to and with what they have. It looks like all of this individual's connections would end or are ending because of how they're losing somebody. Which means there is an individual here that is high profile. Yep. Pluto energy, end of connections. They would lose access to certain connections that they were capitalizing off of with a certain connection, with a certain individual. I'm so tired of reading on these musky muskrats, y'all. But the reason this is relevant is some of you are about to get these connections and not... It's almost like you're not going to want to take them. You're not going to want to... Whatever this is, it's like you're not the type of individual who would normally desire these type of... The best way to put this is like this individual was used to being a wealthy man or a wealthy woman because of who they were connected to. This individual was at the parties, they were in movies and music videos, in, you know, hanging out with other rich people and just stupid shit. Things that you find stupid. Things that you're like, yeah, trophy status, where you're like, I don't want to put on a $50,000 suit or a $50,000 dress to go hang out with individuals I don't even want to fucking talk to, that think they're better than everybody else. I don't want to do that. That sounds boring. That sounds like a bunch of rich people in the same room flexing. I don't really see myself doing that. But this individual prided themselves off of the connections that they had to where they loved doing that. They loved, yeah, painted up faces and fake ass personalities. It's like, what is this? Like elite status? The elites, they said high society. High society. Where individuals from your past really attempted you for this position with high society. And you're looking, whatever this is. If this is not high society, no, I'm hearing for many of you it is because of the shift in your tax bracket. Individuals that feel like because of their material status, they're better than others. And you're not this way. You don't want to hang out with these people. You don't want to talk about the shit that they talk about, because it's not about change. It's all about what they gonna buy and what magazine they gonna be in next and other stupid shit that really exhausts me talking about. These are not high vibrational beings. They've just manipulated themselves into a high vibrational position. And honestly, it really is my biggest pet peeve. Like that, not all rich people, not all high society are this aggravating, this annoying, this musky. But there are a lot that are. And there are individuals that, like I said, heavily attempted to manipulate your destiny so they would be in connection to these high society individuals. And there are individuals that wanted to manipulate your energy and your destiny in order to maintain a position with these high society individuals, because of the identity they had built around being one of them or becoming one of them. And your sun spirit, you're coming in like this is about to be exposed to you. You are about to have position because of, I won't even say position. Your reality is about to shift based on the energy and the timeline you are in to where you are going to be in the same rooms with these individuals. With whatever you do, it is inevitable. With however spirit, the Most High is elevating you, it is inevitable. Because those that came up against you must be stripped in the same way they intended for you while you're receiving what they were attempting to keep from you. It's a part of their judgment to see you win, to see you succeed, and that is the timeline you were in. Exactly, you will be their tower moment. Which means even though you may not really fancy the individuals in this position, you are put there to make change. You are put there to inspire. You are put there to shift. Not become like them, but be better. Uranus, you're a genius. Because believe me, I roll my eyes too, where I'm like, No. I feel like that is energetic peasantry behavior. I gotta say it like that. If you gotta flex your wealth like that and feel better than everybody else because you have wealth, you are at peasant level energetically. Because real high vibrational individuals that have obtained their a lot of monetary means are benevolent leaders. They see themselves as the wave makers, the change bringers. Anybody that acquires this and then feels like they're better than everybody else, peasant. I'm sorry, energetic peasant behavior. I know we're not supposed to look down on individuals, but I'm like, if you looking down on others because of their tax bracket, I kind of look down on you because you think your money is your identity, status, what you have. Some identity you got there. Anyways, creative behavior. I had to talk my shit a little bit because exactly, we're not amused. We're not amused. They're not inspirational. They're unappealing. This is the vibration that we've reached where it's like, we're no longer being glamorized by money. Like, oh, congratulations, you got a Lamborghini. Congratulations, you got your dream house. You got a mansion. If you're a high vibrational being, good on you. Inspire those that are watching you. Lead them. But if you're out here just being like, look at all the shit that I have and you don't have, and basically fuck you. It's musky. That's musky behavior. Unappealing. Absolutely unacceptable. If you are not here to make change, we should not be at all acknowledging. Exactly, gloating. It's gluttonous. It's vanity. Principalities in the flesh. Exactly, vanity, greed, gluttony, just unappealing behavior. That unappealing behavior is being moved out as we are being moved up. So I'm sorry, I had to go on my little tangent. But exactly, it's despicable. It's could never be us, is what I will say. And this is exactly why it is going to be us when it pertains to our tax bracket. Because we are humble in the way that we move, and we know what can be giveth can be taken. And will be taken. This is not about not enjoying your existence. This is about not presenting your enjoyment of your existence as though you are better than those that you are meant to lead and assist in elevating their vibration and believing in their dreams. Believing that they too can accomplish the heights that you've reached. Just like XXXTentacion, for example. XXXTentacion bought his dream car, bought his dream mansion, but also had the Helping Hand Challenge. It's a charity where he would help other kids. He would go to their schools and be like, what is your dream? Tell me what your dream is. You can do that. You will do that. Everybody gets their turn. He would go give out PlayStations and Xboxes. And like, if you want to be a gamer, you can do that. He would pour back into the youth. He would put the belief of their dreams back in them. This is what we are being guided to do with the position we are being given, is to ignite the youth's beliefs and what they came here to do. It's not just a dream, it's their soul's calling. Exactly. He was and is a teacher. If you just saw that video of him confirmation, this is your path. It's something that I want to reignite within this realm, is I really want to pour as much as I can into the Helping Hand Challenge. I want to make sure that our youth is being inspired. Our youth is progressing, evolving. That they realize that their dreams are attainable and achievable. And they have the means in order to make that happen. Pouring into schools so that they have the programs they need in order to amplify their gifts. Exactly, changing the curriculum. Exactly. Where more art classes, more unification, more creative outlets for the youth, to where they're not being led and programmed like sheep, but ignited and inspired based on the unique soul that they have moved into this realm as, what they came here to do. Hey, exactly. So we are making the massive change to this realm that's completely changing everything. And like I said, XXX Tentacion was not only pouring into the youth, but he was also pouring into himself. He deserved nice stuff, thank you, as do you. You deserve your dream car, you deserve your dream house, you deserve your dream wardrobe. This is about a balance of the spirit and the material. You deserve nice things. You deserve to experience life. You want to go to Paris? Go see Paris. You want to travel the world? Travel the world. I'm not saying that you must maintain minimalistic reality to be a spiritual being. Not at all. But it's about balancing your spirituality and the material. Teaching, wisdom, guidance, while also enjoying, living, experiencing. Part of the evolution is experience. You've experienced the bottom, rock bottom, poverty, suffering. It's your time to experience unadulterated joy, wealth, generational wealth at that, happiness. Exactly. It is the duality of life as a dual experience soul, a dual existing spirit. You've experienced one side, you are meant to experience the other. Especially with the energy you've been putting out and the timelines you've been moving into. This was always inevitable. This is the destiny they wanted. The ending of the inevitable. What all of this work would lead to. But what they did was move into your south node and what led up to this inevitable unlocking of your destiny. They never got your destiny. They got the steps that it took to get there. While you're in this current inevitable change. Your reality is now catching up to where your spirit is. Just like I said with Joe Dispenza. He moved into a timeline. His vessel had no other option than to follow the timeline he was in. Where you're sitting in this multi-billionaire, multi-millionaire energy. You're sitting in the superstar energy. You're sitting in this generational wealth energy. You're shitting in this... Shitting? Woo! Somebody's shitting their pants right now. But you're sitting in this, like XXX Tentacion would say, if y'all have seen that video, this prince or princess, this god or goddess energy. Where he's like, if you view yourself in the way that I view myself as a prince. He straight up said, I view myself as a prince because he understood his royal energy. Now I'm going to go a step above that. I view myself as a goddess. A goddess. You view yourself as a god. A drop of divinity within this realm. God placed you here, for you are in the eye of the Creator. You were made in the eye of the Creator. You were made as an extension to the Creator. You are a God. You are a goddess. God flows through you. Eye of Him. You are the eye of Him. You are the experience that the Most High gets to have through you. So in that, XXX Tentacion even has a song called Royalty. And in Failure is Not an Option by him, he goes, what is your rank? Like divine rank. He was consistently letting you know where he viewed his energy and where he knew his energy was. And who he knew he was. Royalty. And he would preach often that in what you believe that you are, you will manifest. Everybody gets their turn. If you, the game is what you make it. And you can become anybody you want in this game. And you've become what everybody wanted to be. Infinite divinity. Exactly. But we are moving with this understanding of how powerful our minds are and how we can move in new timelines and move through these timelines. Because all is energy. Where now you know what you know, you, like I said, your reality is, and your vessel is catching up to where your soul is, what timeline you were in. This was always inevitable, but it required you moving through this ever-changing maze. You moving through these trials and tribulations, heartbreak and betrayal and sacrifices and energy work and black magic, Santeria, voodoo, all of that shit. It took you moving through all of this to understand all of this energy, to alchemize all of this energy, to be able to unlock these doors with the activations you received through the alchemization process you went through. And this is why your destiny is inevitable. Because you earned it. Because you opened the doors needed to get there. You moved into the timelines you would have only been able to move into with these opponents' advances, is what I will say. With everybody that ganged up together, all these partnerships that attempted to come up against you, they actually propelled you into a position they wouldn't be able to get to, because they wouldn't be able to handle what you came up against in order to open these doors. You had to alchemize all this energy, which crafted a very specific, unique key with your unique coding. You are the only one that had the key to this door. But it required all of these partnerships coming up against you. It required you escaping these partnerships that came up against you. It was necessary for you to energetically craft this key to open that door. Now these individuals are having the steps you took place before them. And they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Exactly. The key of a master magician. The key of a master alchemist. I should write a book called that. The key of the master magician, the key of the master alchemist. I think I am. Or maybe I just gave somebody else an idea. Maybe that's what you writing. I don't know. Like we were just talking about poets earlier. Some of you are being guided to, that may have sparked some desire right there. Some of you are being guided to act upon writing a book. Something. It brings in abundance. And Spirit says truth. This is part of your destiny. To help others understand energy. Or whatever it is you're being guided to do. Only you have the key to do this. Ooh. With truth right here, what's behind truth? Aquarius energy, I know. The star. So we got abundance and star. This is fame and fortune right there. You could be an Aquarius, but I know the truth. Messages. That you're a messenger. So you got other individuals in a position of recognition that know, with Gemini, I think, that know the truth. What they thought, you being exactly the chosen one, you being chosen, you being a messenger, they now know that you truly are. A Taurus practitioner has fallen. Moon soul. Trying to use demonic forces to entrap your soul and bring your mind to a south node state of manifesting. I'm not even talking about this practitioner anymore. Whoever this Taurus is, they get what they deserve. If this is not a Taurus, this is somebody who's very stubborn, very pompous, very arrogant, very well paid, very well known. And this practitioner is realizing no matter what they directed towards you, whatever demonic entities they attempted to provoke you with or attach to you in order to root you, your faith manipulated everything directed towards you to open up new doors. Like this practitioner is now learning the divine really has been with you. That the divine really is consistently working on you, because whatever they directed your way was meant to be death to the mind, body, and spirit. This individual didn't like the changes you were making. And yes, that practitioner is a Taurus. Yes, that practitioner is. And they are well paid and well known. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's who I've been picking up on. Because Michelle Lamy is a Taurus. So I would not be surprised if that's who I was fucking picking up on. Because that practitioner keeps coming the fuck out. But whoever it is learning a very hard lesson. That's what I will say. Especially if they attempted to direct dis-ease towards you or cancer towards you. I feel destiny. This individual now feels that they missed an opportunity to inflict something upon you because they feel that you were in your destiny with the way that you were still relaying North Node life's purpose messages, the way that you were still in messenger energy. And the way that you were appearing, I feel like there was something that was supposed to go, like, happen to your body to where you may be looking more built. You may not have been going to the gym, But this individual felt as though they would know something was siphoning from you or attached to you based on what was supposed to happen to your body. And it looks like you're still looking very fruitful. Very fit and fruitful. You're still in your fertility, you're still glowing. So somebody knows that they done fucked up because you alchemized whatever this is very quickly. I'm also feeling as though these individuals directed, something at your throat chakra, divine revolutionary. Whatever they directed towards you, you have burned right through. South Node energy, spirit exposed to you, how these individuals were getting creative, trying to pull you back into an old demonic timeline. You've been released, air element communicating from the soul. And well-known energy, Aquarius, I know the truth. Abundance and partnerships. How individuals tried to change your abundance and your partnerships. Shit, this crispy duck could be connected to a well-known individual that now knows the lengths they were willing to go to try and destroy you while also attempting to bind them. So some of you have a partner that's well-known that now realizes somebody that they were connected to, the provoker, was willing to pay a well-paid earth sign practitioner to affect your body. Mind, body, soul, and spirit. Mind, body, spirit. They said, affect everything. I'm not reading on this practitioner anymore. You know if this individual was coming towards you, what they was trying to do, and you still getting blessed back to back, baby. Because I'm not about to taint the energy of this reading with absolute must. That energy is musky. We too high vibrational for that shit right now. We in an entirely new timeline. We experiencing an entirely new reality. Now, are these individuals going to reattempt some shit? Probably. Because solar eclipse did come out. They know you've escaped. We got a partial solar eclipse coming up. You can bet your ass they're probably going to be attempting to use that shit. Are we going to use that energy to pull in more high vibrational, higher frequency timelines? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So, yep, to bring in more change. So, right now we're stabilizing a sacrifice. Or we've already stabilized this sacrifice. We've eaten through it. Your fertility is appearing on your vessel. You're glowing. You're fruitful. And you are moving the sacrificial energy into, with balance, Libra eye balance, justice energy. You're moving it into an entirely new timeline that an individual is facing the repercussions of, rest for restoration. They're facing the repercussions of an attempted ritual done on you to take from you and redirect what was yours to somebody else. And now they're entrapped in that, backfire. That's why I said, I'm not reading on it. Because you're healing while somebody else the fuck is not. And Aries is, or somebody that waged war on you is receiving a message of concern that they now owe you a debt. I told you, they're stuck in some bullshit. That's why I said I'm not reading on this musty energy. They're not only stuck in South Node life's debts, but they've had that shit amplified. They're not only in debt to you, but these entities. And so is this because they missed. And I'll tell you, so is this Taurus, or so is this earth sign practitioner. Could be a Virgo. That's why I said I'm not reading on it. It's musty. What you need to know is you trusted your guides, you're healing. And you shifted timelines to where this could not follow you. You alchemized the energy, used it to propel yourself into a higher frequency, higher vibrational timeline, and you left a encrypted, divinely coded trap that would spring on anybody that attempted to follow you. And it did. Because it looks like quite a few individuals attempted to follow you into your new reality. Or attempted to direct something into your reality to where your energy was not there and it bounced back. Hitting these individuals in a intense and rapid way. They said Ganesh. Let me grab my Ganesh deck real quick. So they're going through rapid deterioration while you're going through rapid restoration. They almost fell off the back of the thing. Ooh. This is revelation and clear your energy. They didn't see this coming. With the fact that these almost fell off the edge, this lets me know that these individuals, with this revelation and clear your energy, They thought they had you, and they realized that they were the ones that got trapped. If I hadn't reached out and snatched the revelation would have fallen back there, but clear your energy was like teetering. I feel like they just got this revelation and it's too late. Exactly, 6th seal, 7th seal type of energy. You cleared them out. I feel like in the timeline you're in, they're not there. But they tried to direct something. They had this revelation because they attempted to take something from you, but your energy had already been cleared out. You were not there. And this bounced back. We got splendor here. Because you were already in this high vibrational timeline. You have recently quantum leaped. You have recently shifted. And it fucked some people up. Because of what sprung back on them. And how much. This was a buildup of energy. We got inner knowing and beginnings here. You already know you're in a new timeline. They did not. They didn't. You moved in silence. They may know now because they're not healing. They're not healing while you are. You were meant to be stuck in a timeline to where you were not healing. I'm sorry, let me stretch a little bit. You were supposed to be stuck in a timeline to where you were unable to heal from something directed your way, and you did. You moved into a timeline where you're perfectly healthy. And now this is bounced back on these individuals who are unable to heal because they don't know how to get out of this. Thank you. I appreciate you. Look, just real quick. Can we start? Because just side note, I was talking to my guides about this today, and I know it's like stupid, but it made me laugh, and maybe it'll make you guys laugh. But I was like, yo, can we start Buff Barbie? Can this be like Buff Bratz doll? Can we start that as a group? Where we beautiful feminine energies, we start a workout group called the Buff Bratz. Can we do Can we do that? I know they got the Buff Mommies. I think that's what they're, Muscle Mommies. I know they got the Muscle Mommies, but I'm like, can we start Buff Bratz? Can we start like a a group, t-shirts and everything, where it's Buff Bratz? Side note, beefed up brats. Oh my god, yes, yes, beefed up brats, where we're just like, oh, with our muscles, and I think it's, I think it would be funny. I think we should do it. And then on the t-shirts, it's like the cartoon brats, but they're like all buff. Like, y'all remember the masculine Powerpuff Girls, like the criminals that got in those Powerpuff Girl suits, and they're like all buff. I just think that we should create shirts with buff brat dolls, and we should wear them to the gym, and we'll be called like the beefed up brats, the buff brats. Just a thought. Just a thought. Buff buttercups. That is so cute. Yes. All right. I'm glad we're on the same page. You know, one of these days, I'm glad I could make you laugh, because I was like in tears while I was like talking to my guides about this, where I'm like, listen, I think we need to they got Muscle Mommies. I think we need like Buff Barbies or Buff Brats. Like, I think we need those shirts. I think that needs to be a group now. I'll let you guys know if I start it. And on the shirts, it'll be Bratz dolls, but they'll be ripped. Like, they'll be in like stringer shirts and everything. It'll be hilarious. Anyways, I'm sorry. Side note, I hope it made you laugh, but like that's on the list of fulfillments. Anyways, you're in the timeline of fulfillment. Buffy the Vampire Energy Slayers. Yes. Yes. I might have to make those shirts too. I can see it now. All right. We're going to have to write down these ideas and really get these shirts busting out. That really does need to be a thing. Buffy the Energy Slammers? Buffy the Energy Vampire Slayers is, yeah, that's a vibe. We're gonna have to get started on those. That was absolutely gold right there. Cosmic Commanders. Sorry, let me stop. For y'all get me on a roll. Because I just heard Cosmic Commanders. I'm already seeing the outfits that could, alright, you guys, stop. Woo, you know, the divine supports us on these ideas, so. We're gonna get it poppin'. But let me not get distracted, because I gotta feed the fur babies in just a minute, and I gotta make dinner for myself. But, you guys, you know, we really do need to act on those shirts, though. That's definitely gonna be a thing that I may sketch up this weekend. The Swole Sisters! Yes, the Swole Sisters. Okay, that goes hard. Instead, this Divine Feminine's buff as shit. Woo. Okay, you know what? Don't even get me started. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna have to sketch these up. This weekend. Oh shit. Tarot in one hand, fucking weights in the other. Like, a Bible in one hand, you got a dumbbell in the other. Like, so the spiritually swole sisters. Oh my god, here we go. The spiritually swole sisters. You got fucking you got a Bible and tarot in one hand and weights in the other. Hey there, Delilah. Never mind. No, I'm not even gonna go there. What's it like in Swole Ass City? Woo! Okay, I'm sorry. Let me focus. I apologize. I needed that. I hope y'all got a good ass fucking laugh today. I hope y'all got a good laugh. Woo! Laughter is the best medicine. It raises the vibration, and maintain that vibration throughout this weekend, keeping your energy pure, knowing that you are in fulfillment. Continue to find things to laugh at. Continue to find things like dance, sing, write music. Whatever brings you joy, do that this weekend, because you've moved into a high vibrational timeline. Now it's about a higher vibrational timeline, and now it's about what you fill it with. Some of us need to get our ass back in the gym, because it will help move stagnant energy, and it's good for you. I haven't been to the gym in a minute. I've already been guided to go back and get my ass in there. Break out of routine. A lot of individuals want to keep you in a routine. It's time to be the unexpected. So some of us are being guided to get back in the gym, move stagnant energy, and work on our physical vessel. If you've already been in the gym, you're already doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. If you already been taking walks, you've been getting outside, you've been getting grounded, good. You're moving out stagnant energy that is not meant to be in that timeline. It's residual. Excuse me. We got Be Candid and Harmony. Also, shut up about these relationships. You're on the way to the gym right now. That's what I'm talking about. Confirmation. Have an incredible workout session. You deserve it. Because I know how difficult it can be at the gym when you're like, I don't even want to fucking be here right now. But you know you need to be. And with Be Candid, protected, harmonious dynamics, Spirit's saying shut up about them. Some of you are about to experience these unconditionally loving dynamics where you don't need to be posting it everywhere. You don't need to be talking about it. There are a lot of miserable people in this world that were expecting what they were directing towards you to put you in a position to be miserable just like them. Keep it sacred with your silence. Exactly, Steph. Guidance. You are being guided to shut up because somebody is being guided to come towards you. So some of you, whatever this is, even friendships, Whatever is coming through for you within this higher vibrational energy, shush. I know quite a few of us, if not all of us, have already had some things happen to where we wanted to be like, wow! But Spirit was like, shut up. And we were like, whoop! Okay. Internal celebration. Continue to move in silence and keep your enemies guessing. With what did I say? With what's on the way to you. So, how are we going to end this message, Spirit? With acceptance. Be ready to receive. Be ready to accept a new opportunity. Be ready to receive with acceptance. It's coming right towards you. I'm hearing say yes. And this is not about an X. Understanding. Promise of the future. Divine support. This is not an X. This is something that, with this understanding here, you know everything you went through led up to this moment. This was a promise the Most High gave you. And it has been divinely supported. So new relationship, new job, yes. New car, new house, a move, a job opportunity, an opportunity to network, whatever this is. You knew that something big was coming. You knew something big was going to happen. It's like the divine made you a promise. I'm going to make sure you have your dream house. I'm going to make sure you have an unconditionally loving relationship. I'm going to make sure you have your dream car. I'm going to make sure that there is a way where there looks like there is no way. And that way has been made for you. And what it leads to, it's like the way that has been made leads to this new house, leads to this new car. It leads to this, for some of you, birth of a child. It's like this relationship coming in leads to so many other things that have been promised to you, because this is only the beginning. This new job leads you to your new house. This move leads you to connecting with the right people. This new car puts you in a position to be at the right place at the right time with a location you wouldn't have been able to get to without this transportation. It's something that is happening, or many things that are being orchestrated right now that continually open up this way. This way that has been opened for you, but it's like it expands. More things start being available to you to where they previously were being, I won't even say perceived as limited, where you were not seeing how you would get there or how this would be achievable. You just knew it would be. I like that. All right, I claim that. That's beautiful. They said each step being illuminated with personal transformation. Massive change is happening right now. Massive. Spirit saying go with the flow. But don't let your enemies know. That needs to be on a shirt. We need to put that on a shirt too. Go with the flow, but don't let your enemies know. And I'm going to end it right there, you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. I honor you. But I definitely need a meditation myself. Need some grounding. I need to make some food. I need to make the fur babies their food. My little fur toddlers that be just going ham sandwich buck wild crazy in the background. I'm surprised you haven't seen them, because earlier, before I started this live, they were just bouncing off the walls. Now they're just all kicked back. Hi, beautiful. Now they're just chilling, staring at me, probably hungry. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you. And I will see you again on Monday. So until then, remain peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, and remain respectful, unless disrespected. Then check with the Most High and check your motherfucking self before you check a motherfucker with grace. And like XXXTentacion, Chaussee would say, hey, if anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car. Vroom, vroom. With your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy obviously does it for us. And until next time, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you. Get your motherfucking rest for the restoration. Drink your motherfucking water, because it is a conduit of energy and it will assist you in grounding. And remember, the unconditionally loved, powerful, multi-dimensional, celestial, divine being that you are. And everything that you have the capability of doing in this realm. Everything that has been made possible through your connection to the divine and the Most High. You're an infinite being. There are infinite possibilities for you, all high vibrational. And anything you put your mind to, you can have. I love you guys. And I will see you again on Monday. So until then, bye.